Hello Legacy students, Marsh here. So today we're going to talk about nested if statements. This is kind of the third information about if statements and conditionals. So sometimes we want to check for multiple conditions at the same time. So like let's say we want to check for their grade level, grade percentage versus a letter grade. So we'll commonly use a nested if statement for this. And when we say nested means that you're just placing something inside of another if else statement. So it's basically, if you want to think of it as the Russian nesting dolls, in which you have a doll inside of a doll inside of a doll, that would be this kind of idea. Or like a nested set of bowls. You might have heard that before too. Make sure that the indentation is easy to read. Otherwise, these guys are going to get super confusing, and you'll see here in a minute why. So, general form in Python. So you're going to still see this if condition statements, else. Now notice inside the else, I have placed an entire new if else statement. Okay, this can happen continuously. So I could also put a new if else inside of the if, and inside of this if I could put a new if else, and then inside the else I could put another if else. It can get pretty crazy pretty fast as we continue these nesting ideas. So let's take a look at an example here. So I got age equals int input, please enter your age. And I got less than 18 equal to 18 inside of the else, and then another else. So what you're going to want to do is slowly evaluate this, but start at the if statement. So 19 is my first, so that's what age is. So we're going to cross out age, put a 19 here. So we're going to first check, is 19 less than 18? No, right? 19 is not less than 18. So we're going to have to go to the else. And inside the else, there's another if. So again, I got to check. Is 19 equal to 18? No, right? So I got to go to the final else, and I will finally be able to print, you can vote. Okay? Let's try 14. So first thing, is 14 less than 18? Yep. Right? That's 14 is less than 18. That is a true statement. So I will print, you can't vote just yet. Now notice, nothing else will run. Since I went inside of this if statement, all the rest of this is null and void. I don't care. The computer will skip over everything else because it doesn't care about that information. Let's check 18 now. So, is 18 less than 18? No, right? It's the same. So we're going to go to the else. We're going to check the if inside of the else. So is 18 equal to 18? Yes, right? So for 18, we're going to write, congratulations. This is the first time you can vote. Notice this else statement right here, this is not going to be ran then. It's not even going to be looked at because I went inside this if statement. So kind of it's trying to pay attention to which ones are the good ones for you to be using and stuff of that nature. Now, nested if statements can cause a really big problem if you don't build them correctly. So I got this grade flow input, please enter your percentage. And what it looks like, if you look at it, is it looks like it gives you what your letter grade is, right? Based on the grade. But let's think through this. Let's say I have a 95, right? Which we know that to be an A. So first thing we're going to check is this if statement. If 95, because that's grade, is greater than 65. Is 95 greater than 65? Well, yeah, right? So we're going to print, you have a D. You're probably like, whoa, Marsh. Hold up. 95 should not be a D. Right? That's broken. Well, let's say, what if I have a 50? Right? And we all know that's probably an F. So let's check through our if statements here. So if 50 is greater than 65, nope, that's not true, right? So I'll go with my else. Then we're going to check inside of that else, we're going to check this if. Is 50 greater than 74? No. So we're going to go to the next else. Now I got to check. Is 50 greater than 85? Nope. So final else, I'm going to display you have an A. Whoa, this is definitely a broken program. Soup's broken, right? Because this is backwards. Now you're probably thinking, well, in essence, it looked right, but you got to be very careful. When you're writing nested if statements, I like to think of I need to be the most specific and work my way out. That's what's causing this problem is you're kind of starting in a very broad category because there's a lot more numbers greater than 65 than less than 65. And it's making it so it's harder to narrow down. So if I wanted to fix this program, there's a couple of options I got. I could change this to be a less than symbol and then change this to an F. And then change this a less than symbol and change this to a D. And change this to a less than symbol and make it a C. And then I would have to add a little bit for my B and my A. The other option you could also do, if you wished, is you could start at the A's. So if grade is greater than 92 and say you can have an A, that would be another option. So whenever you're writing nested if statements, make sure that the conversation, what you're thinking through, make sure you think through the logic first, because sometimes the logic in our head seems right, but then we run the program and it's opposite of what we wanted. So we got to be kind of careful with these nested if statements as we write them. And that's the end of our video today. I will hope to see you later, Sabers.